A very good morning. It's just past 8 this 19 July morning and we're back again with Breakfast Show. I'm Anil Thomas and over the next 1 hour we'll take you through the major happenings across India and the globe from the field of politics, business and sports. Also our regular segments on health and good news India story. A continued focus over the day, Karnataka political crisis and the governor now directing the chief minister to prove his majority today. Also a closer look at the flood situation in Assam and Bihar that remains grim despite the break from heavy rains and receding river water levels. But first up, this Friday morning, the headlines we are tracking at the top of this hour. Pakistan gives in on Kulbhushan Jadhav matter after the ICJ verdict, says will grant consular access to Kulbhushan. India had yesterday said that Pakistan is under obligation to give immediate consular access to Jadhav after the ICJ ruling. The Karnataka political situation stretches on. Governor directs the chief minister to prove majority by 1:30 p.m. today. BJP legislators sit on an overnight dharna in the Vidhan Sabha. A marathon 0 hour in Lok Sabha stretches for 4 hours 48 minutes. A total of 162 members raised issues during the extended 0 hour. Speaker provides women and first-time MPs a special opportunity to raise questions. Finance bill passed in the Lok Sabha. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says government lowered tariffs and gave other incentives to promote the shift from oil-burning vehicles. POXO amendment bill tabled in the Rajya Sabha. 2 bills related to international arbitration passed by a voice vote in the upper house. The flood situation in Assam and Bihar remains grim despite break from heavy rains and receding river water levels. The death toll reaches 78 in Bihar and 28 in Assam. Lakhs of people impacted. Rescue and relief work on in high gear. And in sports, India continued its domination at the ISSF Junior World Cup. Sarbjot Singh wins the gold in the 10-meter air pistol. India lead the medals tally with 9 goals at the shooting championship. The International Cricket Council suspends Zimbabwe cricket with immediate effect for violation of the rules that bar government intervention in the running of the sport. And now for the stories in detail. Pakistan will grant consular access to Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav according to the Pakistani laws, for which the modalities are being worked out. Pakistan Foreign Ministry said in a late-night statement that Jadhav was informed of his rights under the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. ICJ on Wednesday had earlier ordered Pakistan to undertake an effective review and reconsideration of the conviction and sentence of Kulbhushan Jadhav. Following the judgment, India had said that Pakistan is under obligation to give immediate consular access to Jadhav after the ICJ ruling. Jadhav, a retired Indian Navy officer, was sentenced to death by a Pakistani military court on charges of espionage and terrorism in April 2017, following which India had moved the International Court of Justice seeking a stay on his death sentence and further remedies. Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy moved the trust vote in the Assembly on Thursday morning. The House witnessed another tussle between the BJP and the ruling coalition over how long the trust vote process should last. BJP wanted it wrapped up the same day, while the ruling coalition kept finding ways to delay it. The governor intervened, asking the speaker to finish the process by the evening. However, he adjourned the House at 6:30 p.m., prompting a night dharna protest by the BJP. Now the governor has asked Kumaraswamy to prove his majority in the House by 1:30 p.m. on Friday afternoon. Meanwhile, adding to the worries of the ruling coalition, another Congress lawmaker, Srimant Patil, was not seen in the house throughout the day on Thursday amid reports he had been admitted in a hospital in Mumbai. BSP MLA Mahesh, on whose support the ruling coalition was counting, also did not turn up in the house. So all in all, 19 MLAs were missing from the house. Though in some relief for the government, senior Congress legislator Ramalinga Reddy said he would be with the Congress and support the government during the trust vote. Well, another marathon session was witnessed in the lower house on Thursday. 0 hour in Lok Sabha stretched for 4 hours 48 minutes. A total of 162 members raised issues during the extended 0 hour. Speaker Om Birla took initiative to raise the issues of public importance and provided women and first-time MPs a special opportunity to raise questions. Meanwhile, Union Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani introduced the POXCO Amendment Bill in Rajya Sabha. The bill adds the provision of capital punishment for a person convicted of child rape. The bill also adds stricter punishment for child sexual abuse, even providing a jail term for pornography. After POXCO's bill, Rajya Sabha discussed and passed the international arbitration and 2 important bills related to reconciliation. In Bihar, the death toll mounted to 78 with a maximum of 18 people dead in Sitamarhi district. In Araria, the water levels are receding, prompting people to return to their homes, but the flood situation remains grim in 123 districts of North and East Bihar, including Madhubani, Darbhanga and Sitamarhi. 5 rivers, Bagmati, Kamlabalan, Lakbakhia and Mahananda rivers are flowing above the danger level at 12 different places. 26 teams of NDRF and SDRF continue to engage in relief and rescue operations. More than 1,000 community kitchens are working to provide cooked food to around 1.5 lakh people staying in relief camps. With the situation improving, a big focus has now shifted to providing medical relief, containing the epidemic and vaccination of cattle in the flood affected areas. In Assam, over 57 lakh people are affected by floods in 31 districts. Receding water levels in majority of the rivers have brought some respite in Upper Assam, but the situation continues to be grim in the lower part of the state. The aftermath of the floods has claimed 28 lives in the state and damaged 2 lakh hectares of cropped land. Army, NDRF, SDRF and the civil administration are making collective efforts to take people to safer areas. Over 1.5 lakh people are lodged in relief camps and essential supplies, including medical ones, are being distributed to them. Situation has slightly improved in Dibrugarh, while the flood waters reached the areas of Nagaon district, which were unaffected by floods until now. The situation could worsen, with water levels in major rivers predicted to rise over the next 2 days. Meanwhile, rescue teams saved rhino calves from the flood waters that submerged much of the Kaziranga National Park. The park, which is home to endangered one-horned rhinos and tigers, was waist deep in water, with animals sheltering in higher areas and some straying into villages. The floods have killed at least 43 animals, but authorities worry that poachers could take advantage of the deluge to target animals, especially the one-horned rhinos, whose numbers are down to about 3,500 worldwide. Well, to get the latest there from what's happening on ground zero in Assam, joining us now from Guwahati is our correspondent Kamal Bora. Kamal, good morning. Also joining us will be Kumar Alok from Bihar in Supaul, both joining us this morning. Good morning to both of you. Kamal, I'll come to you first. Kamal, what's the scene like at this point of time, in the morning in lower Assam and upper Assam?
Well, Anil, situation is really improving gradually as there is no downpour in the last many days. It's a huge respite from downpour. That is why, steadily the water level is coming down. But yet, if we talk about Upper Assam, if we start from Jorhat district, it is in the middle of Upper Assam. True. And from Jorhat district to Dhubri side only to lower Assam, water level is still above danger mark, but it is steadily going down, but it's flowing above danger mark only. This is the positive news. And so far, as you have mentioned, about 57 lakh people got affected, but the number of districts which were affected due to this flood was 30, but so far 2 districts we can say that are free from flood, and above 500 villages are free from flood so far, and the number of villages which are still reeling underwater is above 4,100. It's a huge figure, but we can see some improvement in the days to come as water level is receding very fast. And if we talk about a rescue operation, if we talk about relief operation, yes, everything is going on full swing. NDRF and SDRF full strength are still working to rescue people from the danger zone, and Assam government is trying to get relief materials to the people who are staying in the relief camps. About 1,000 relief camp and relief centers have been set up across the state, and about 2,25,000 people are taking shelter in those relief camps, and government is trying to provide them all the medications, all the relief materials, whatever is required so far, and we can expect more improvement in the days to come if there is no downpour, as per Met Department has said.
Kamal, purely looking at the people stranded or the people caught in this situation, what are the authorities fearing now? How many people are still caught up, and how difficult is it a challenge for the NDRF and the SDRF teams to rescue these people?
Well, I can say at this point that situation is quite horrible. Just 3-4 days back, people were stranded in water, but Assam government has deployed the full strength of SDRF and NDRF, and they have deployed about 459 boats for this rescue operations, and so far NDRF and SDRF both, and including army also, they have evacuated more than 12,000 people from those danger zone, but no person so far we can say that at this moment is in those danger zone. Everyone is in a safer place. But if we talk about the death number, then it has gone up to 37, including 9 people who has flown away by in this river only. But accumulated figure of death toll during this flood season is 37, and so far the good news is that no one is stranded in water. Everyone whoever were in those danger zone have been evacuated by SDRF and SDRF.
Okay. Also, a quick word on the Central Water Commission. We did read the story which did expect, or the situation could worsen with water levels in major rivers predicted to rise over the next few days. What's the info that you collect from the Central Water Commission? With regards to that.
Yes, water level may rise if there is downpour in Arunachal Pradesh, in Bhutan, in the Upper Assam side only. But so far, Met Department prediction is concerned, they have said that in the next 2-3 days there is no such possibility of heavy downpour. If it comes through, then definitely we can see improvement only. But situation will be worsening if there is downpour in the Arunachal Pradesh, that is on the upper side, in Upper Assam side, in Bhutan. If there is no downpour, then definitely we don't have to worry so much, but if there is a possibility of rainfall, definitely situation may worse in the days to come. Thomas.
Okay, now thank you and appreciate you joining us, Kamal Bora, with those updates there from Guwahati. So surely almost 57 lakh people being affected, over 2 lakh hectares of cropland there being affected by the floods there in this particular region of Assam. Well, we also got Kumar Alok tracking that story for us from Bihar. Kumar Alok, good morning, joining us from Supaul this morning. Kumar, give us a sense of, how difficult is it? The rains have stopped in Supaul, but what are the challenges before the administration on providing, on stopping the rise of epidemics, or, providing relief to the people affected?
देखिए यहाँ पिछले 4 दिनों से बारिश नहीं हो रही है, और इसी का प्रतिफल है या इसी का परिणाम है कि जो जलस्तर है, नदियों का जलस्तर वो कम हुआ है। खासकर कोसी नदी का जो जलस्तर है वो कम हुआ है। और दूसरी जो सबसे बड़ी चीज़ है कि नेपाल में भी बारिश नहीं हो रही है पिछले 4 दिनों से, तो वहाँ भी पानी का जलस्तर, नदियों का जो जलस्तर है वो कम हुआ है, पहाड़ों की जो नदियाँ हैं। और जो सबसे बड़ी बात है, जो कोसी बैराज का जो स्लुइस गेट होता है, और 56 गेट्स है वहाँ पे, लेकिन 56 गेट्स में जहाँ पहले 5 दिन पहले 56 के 56 गेट्स को खोल दिया गया था, लेकिन उसके बाद परसों वहां पर 36 गेट को खोला गया था। लेकिन स्थिति की सामान्यता को देखते हुए वहां पर अब 9 गेट कल शाम तक 9 गेट वहां पर 9 गेट को खोला गया था पानी को छोड़ने के लिए बिहार में। तो ये एक नॉर्मल स्थिति है, खास करके उन इलाकों में जहां पर कोसी नदी का बहाव है, जहां पर कोसी नदी का तांडव हमेशा से होता रहा है। अररिया की हम बात करें, सुपौल की हम बात करें, हम कटिहार की बात करें या हम मधेपुरा की बात करें, तो इन जगहों पे पानी तो कमा है, लेकिन अभी भी जो लोग हैं, जो बाढ़ से जो पीड़ित लोग हैं, वो शरणार्थी शिविर में रहने को मजबूर हैं। और NH 57 जो सबसे लंबा NH है, भारत का कहें कि सबसे लंबा NH है, जो आसाम से लेकर के गुजरात को जोड़ता है, तो उस NH पे जो दूसरा जो साइड होता है जो 4 लेन का, उस पे वहां शरणार्थी रह रहे हैं, जो भी बाढ़ से पीड़ित शरणार्थी हैं, और उनको मदद पहुंचाने की जो भी कोशिश हो रही है सरकार की ओर से। लेकिन जो समस्या सबसे बड़ी ये है कि अगर ये लोग जब वापस अपने घरों को लौटेंगे, उनके घर पूरी तरीके से बर्बाद हो चुके हैं। पूरा घर, उनका कच्चा जो मकान था वो पानी में बह गया है, उनके सामान, माल असबाब सब पानी में बह गए हैं। तो अगर वो 3 या 4 दिन के बाद घर जब लौटेंगे तो उनके लिए सरकार क्या व्यवस्था करेगी, ये देखने वाली विषय होगी। दूसरी जो सबसे बड़ी बात है कि इंदिरा आवास योजना जो केंद्र सरकार की सबसे महत्वाकांक्षी योजना है, और जो पिछले 5 सालों में मोदी सरकार ने जिस तरीके से पक्के मकान हर लोगों को मुहैया कराने की कोशिश की, लगभग 80 से लेकर 90% लोगों तक ये इंदिरा आवास योजना का लाभ पहुंचा। लेकिन हमने जब बात की शरणार्थियों से, तो उनका यही कहना था कि उनका जो मकान है वो कच्चा मकान है, और कच्चा मकान पानी में बह गया है, तो उनको इंदिरा आवास योजना का लाभ क्यों नहीं मिला, ये बिहार सरकार को बताना होगा, या बिहार सरकार के जो प्रशासनिक जो लोग हैं उनको बताना होगा। तो अभी जो स्थिति है यहाँ पर सामान्य है, खासकर अररिया की बात करें, हम पूर्णिया की बात करें, मधेपुरा की बात करें, सुपौल की बात करें, दरभंगा की बात करें। लेकिन कटिहार और खगड़िया की स्थिति अभी बहुत खराब है। कटिहार में पानी का जो जलस्तर है वो काफी बढ़ गया है, और कई गांव जलमग्न है। जी अनिल।
Okay, also quick word on, the way, the state is not new to floods, but, having said that, has the state been taken by surprise purely by the amount of rainfall it's received and the timing of the rainfall? Because generally we see rains in Bihar somewhere in August. It happening in July, has things gone, out of hand?
जी देखिए, यहाँ पर प्रशासनिक व्यवस्था की अगर हम बात करें तो प्रशासन अपनी ओर से पूरी चुस्ती के साथ यहाँ पर लगा हुआ है, लेकिन अभी भी कुछ खामियां हैं। जितने लोग यहाँ पर शरणार्थी शिविर में खास करके रह रहे हैं, उनको सरकार सुविधाएं पहुँचाने की पूरी कोशिश कर रही है, लेकिन उन सुविधाओं में अभी भी कमी देखी जा रही है। दूसरी जो सबसे बड़ी चीज़ है कि जहाँ जहाँ पानी जब कम होते जा रहा है, जिन गाँव में बाढ़ आया था और वहाँ पानी कम होते जा रहा है, तो वहाँ महामारी फैलने की आशंका है, और महामारी फैलने को लेकर के भी सरकार चिंतित है, प्रशासन चिंतित है। डॉक्टर और मेडिकल की टीम तैयार की जा रही है कि अगर एपिडेमिक फैलता है तो उस पर कैसे कंट्रोल किया जाए। तो कुल मिलाकर अभी कहा जाए कि सरकार की ओर से जो सुविधाएं दी जा रही हैं, हालांकि 6,000 रुपये प्रत्येक बाढ़ पीड़ित परिवारों को DBT से ट्रांसफर करने की बात कही गई है, लेकिन अभी तक वो हुआ नहीं है। और आज शाम से ये मुआवजा देने की जो प्रक्रिया है वो शुरू हो जाएगी। तो अब देखना ये होगा कि कटिहार की स्थिति इस समय बेहद खराब है, खगड़िया की स्थिति इस समय बेहद खराब है। कल भी 9 मौतें हुई है केवल सीतामढ़ी और खगड़िया और कटिहार में। तो अब देखना ये होगा कि NDRF की टीम भी लगी हुई है, पूरे जोर शोर से लगी हुई है बाढ़ पीड़ितों को बचाने के लिए, बाढ़ पीड़ितों को सहायता पहुंचाने के लिए। तो आज हम कटिहार जाएंगे और कटिहार में जाकर देखेंगे कि वहां बाढ़ की स्थिति क्या है और वो वहां प्रशासन किस तरीके की सुविधाएं मुहैया करवा रहा है।
Okay, Kumar, we'll leave it there. These floods clearly are an example of climate change can affect the lives of people, especially the poor. You take good care of yourself. We'll come back to you and look forward to your story from Katiyar on the flood situation there. Moving ahead, in a major breakthrough in the IMA gold multi-crore cheating case, the prime accused and the founder of IMA, Mohammad Mansoor Khan, has returned to India. Mansoor Khan landed in Delhi airport in the wee hours today and is currently in the joint custody of the Special Investigating Team probing the case and the Enforcement Directorate. Well, for more on that story, Neeraj Singh, correspondent tracking that, joins us this morning. Neeraj, how significant is this catch and how significant has this IMA Ponzi scam been?
बिल्कुल एक बड़ी सफलता है हमारी जांच एजेंसियों को, और सबसे बड़ी बात है काफी लंबे समय से इसकी तलाश थी, और जिस तरह से पोंजी स्कीम इसने बेंगलुरु उसके आसपास के इलाकों में चलाई थी, हजारों की संख्या में जो निवेशक है उन्होंने पैसे का जो इन्वेस्ट है इसकी कंपनी में किया था, और उसके बाद ये व्यक्ति उस पैसे को लेकर फरार हो गया था। जो ईडी है वो लगातार इसको सम्मन दे रही थी। पिछली बार भी ईडी ने 3 जुलाई को पेश होने के लिए इसको बोला था मंसूर अली को, लेकिन ये वहां पर नहीं आया और लगातार कुछ ना कुछ बहाने बनाता रहा, कभी डायबिटीज को लेकर, कभी हार्ट की बीमारी को लेकर। लेकिन हमारी जांच एजेंसियों ने धीरे धीरे उस पर शिकंजा कसना शुरू किया, और उसी का नतीजा है कि आज सुबह दुबई से ये यहाँ पर पहुंचा है भारत में। उसके बाद ईडी ने उनको हिरासत में ले लिया और उनसे पूछताछ कर रही है, क्योंकि जिस स्कीम की ये बात लगातार कर रहा है उसमें एक नया डेवलपमेंट ये भी है कि कांग्रेस का जो एमएलए है वो उसको भी बेंगलुरु एयरपोर्ट से जो रोशन बेग है उसको ईडी की टीम ने हिरासत में लिया है, क्योंकि उसके ऊपर आरोप है। मंसूर ये कह रहा था कि 400 करोड़ रुपए इस विधायक को उसने दिए हैं और उसने 400 करोड़ रुपए लौटाए नहीं है। तो निश्चित तौर पर 400 करोड़ रुपए की अगर रकम देने की बात वो विधायक को कर रहा है तो कोई ना कोई दोनों में लिंक होगा, और यही कारण है कि प्रवर्तन निदेशालय ने अब विधायक को हिरासत में लिया। उनसे पूछताछ भी चल रही है कि आखिर 400 करोड़ के रुपए देने का जो दावा कर रहा है वो किस आधार पर लिए गए, और उस 400 करोड़ की एवज में उन्होंने उस पोंजी स्कीम को चलाने वाले को किस तरह से लाभ पहुंचाया, क्योंकि उस समय कांग्रेस विधायक मंत्री भी रहे, इस समय विधायक हैं, और ये वही रोशन बेग विधायक हैं जो बाकी विधायक, जो 15 बागी विधायक है उनमें भी ये शामिल है। तो कह सकते हैं एक बड़ा डेवलपमेंट है हमारी जांच एजेंसियों के लिए। अनिल
नीरज, जो दर्शक हमारे जो जानते नहीं है, कर्नाटका का आईएमए पोंजी स्कैम एक्चुअली है क्या?
देखिए, ये एक पोंजी स्कीम थी जिसके तहत इनका ये दावा था कि अगर आप उसमें पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो 14 से 18% आपको रिटर्न मिलेगा। तो ये एक इस तरह की स्कीम थी। तो देश भर में अलग अलग हिस्सों में अलग अलग तरह की स्कीम चल रही है, चाहे वो शारदा स्कीम हो, दूसरी पोंजी स्कीम जो बंगाल में चल रही है, उसी तरह की एक स्कीम थी जो निवेशकों को लालच दिया जाता था कि आप इसमें पैसा इन्वेस्ट करेंगे तो आपका समय के बाद 14 से 18% रिटर्न मिलेगा। और उसी के एवज में तमाम बड़े पैमाने पर निवेशकों ने पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया, और उस पैसे को लेकर ये लोग ये भाग गए, और इसमें और भी कई सारे लोग शामिल हैं। अभी तो हालांकि दुबई से यही आया है, बाकी जो और लोग शामिल होंगे इसके साथ में जो काम कर रहे होंगे उन पर भी जो ईडी है वो शिकंजा कसेगी अपना।
चलिए, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। यहाँ correspondent that giving us an update on that particular story, the IMA scam accused or the IMA Ponzi scheme that was launched. Mansoor Khan back from Dubai and being arrested there in New Delhi and before the ED at this point of time. Moving ahead, former Congress MLAs Alpesh Thakur and Dhaval Singh Zala on Thursday joined the ruling BJP in Gujarat. BJP State President Jeetu Bagani was present when the two leaders joined the party. Both of them had apparently cross-voted in the Rajya Sabha polls in Gujarat held on July 5th and then resigned as Congress MLAs. Several Bengali actors, including Parno Mitra, also joined the BJP in Delhi in the presence of party leaders, including its West Bengal unit head Dilip Ghosh and senior functionary Mukul Roy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on the 28th of this month. It will be the second edition of the program after Prime Minister Modi assumed office for the second term. The Prime Minister had invited people to share their ideas. You can share your views on MyGov open forum or also dial the toll-free numbers 1800-117800 to record a message for the Prime Minister in either Hindi or English. Some of the recorded messages may become part of the broadcast. Well, the first meeting of the high-powered Committee of Chief Ministers for Transformation of Indian Agriculture took place at the Niti Aayog in Delhi on Thursday. They discussed the possible scrapping of the Essential Commodities Act, which has been blamed for misplaced priorities in subsidy distribution and corruption for years. Other radical measures including linking of grants to states with agricultural reforms implementation.
First meeting of the High-Powered Committee of Chief Ministers for Transformation of Indian Agriculture was held on Thursday in New Delhi. Convened by Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, The other chief ministers who took part in the meeting were Haryana's Manohar Lal, Arunachal Pradesh's Pema Khandu, Gujarat's Vijay Rupani, and Madhya Pradesh's Kamal Nath via video conferencing, among others, apart from Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar. The Maharashtra Chief Minister briefed the media after the meeting, describing it as productive, adding that a detailed report about all deliberations will soon be submitted to the central government. The focus areas covered were high disparity in the remuneration between agri and non-agri sector, proper targeting of agricultural subsidies crucial, monopolies created due to state APMC, role of ENAM is crucial for agri reforms. Essential Commodities Act in the food sector needs to be analyzed. Food processing needs special focus for proper price realization to the farmers. Investment in agriculture needs to be increased. Private investment is very crucial for the agricultural sector's growth. States adopting contract farming are getting more private investment. Adoption of technology for agricultural growth crucial. Technology has an important role to play from sowing to post-production. Access to technology for small and marginal farmers hindered because of credit crunch. Apart from crop loans, now about 13 lakh crore rupees per year. Affordable investment, credit crucial. Financial institutions need to be taken on board for sustainable investment credit. Dynamic relationship between Agriculture and Commerce Ministry crucial for agri-export.
एग्रीकल्चर में इन्वेस्टमेंट कैसे बढ़ा पाए, इसका भी विचार हम लोग इसमें करने वाले हैं। विशेष रूप से अगर हम देखें तो नॉन एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में अगर 36% इन्वेस्टमेंट आता है, तो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में केवल 13% इन्वेस्टमेंट आ रहा है, और उन 13% में भी किसानों का स्वयं का इन्वेस्टमेंट ये 76% है। तो कुल मिलाकर अगर हम देखें तो करीब 3% इन्वेस्टमेंट केवल ये इस सेक्टर में आ रहा है, और अगर इस सेक्टर का ग्रोथ हम लोग चाहते हैं तो इस सेक्टर में प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टमेंट ये भी बहुत जरूरी है।
While agricultural growth rate still hovers around 3 to 4%, the growth rate in food processing over the last 2 years has only been 1%, which needs to be ramped up.
जहां हमारा कृषि का ग्रोथ रेट ये 3% 4% तक जाता है, हमारा फूड प्रोसेसिंग का ग्रोथ रेट ये केवल 1% है, और वो भी पिछले 2 सालों में आया है। अगर 2-3 साल पहले हम देखें तो वो 1% से भी कम था, कुछ प्रतिशतों में वो था। तो जब तक हमारा फूड प्रोसेसिंग का ग्रोथ रेट ये कृषि के विकास दर को एक्सीड नहीं करेगा, तब तक हम लोग जो रियलाइजेशन है वो फार्मर्स को नहीं दे पाएंगे।
The Maharashtra Chief Minister also said that all Chief Ministers who are part of the High-Powered Committee have been asked to submit their recommendations by the 7th of August to Niti Aayog. Farmer bodies have welcomed the deliberations as a positive move.
कृषि में निजी निवेश तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में बहुत चाहिए। सिंचाई अभी तक 55-60% जो कागज में है इतना तक है, सिंचाई में चाहिए, स्टोरेज में चाहिए, तब किसानों को फायदा होगा। उस पर जो बड़ा विषय है कंज्यूमर प्राइस जो होता है, जो बाजार में आप लोग खरीदते हो, उसका कितना % किसान को मिलता है, उसके बारे में निश्चित कोई व्यवस्था सरकार को करना पड़ेगा।
The High-Powered Committee will meet again on the 16th of next month in Mumbai to look at all inputs. It was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who constituted the Chief Minister's High-Powered Committee in mid-June to transform agriculture and help meet the goal of doubling farmers' income by 2022. The terms of reference of the committee also includes time-bound implementation of reforms in multiple areas related to agriculture. The committee is to submit its report within 2 months. With Anshul Gulati Gambar in Delhi, Newsnight Desk, DD News.
Well, moving to international stories, an arson attack at a Kaito animation studio in Japan on Thursday morning has left 33 people dead, police and firefighters said, making it the worst such attack in Japan in decades. Blaze started in the 3-storied building in Japan's ancient capital after the attack sprayed petrol. 36 others were injured, some of them critically, in the blaze ignited by the 41-year-old suspect, who has been detained and taken to hospital with injuries. Well, there has been no immediate details on the motive. Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe said the incident was too appalling for words and offered condolences. Kaito Animation, known as KyoAni, produces films and graphic novels and is well regarded by fans for the quality of its productions. President Donald Trump said the US Navy shot down an Iranian drone in the Strait of Hormuz on Thursday. He said the U.S. Boxer amphibious assault ship took defensive action after the drone came within about 1,000 yards of the vessel. He also called on other countries to condemn Iran and protect their own ships. Iran has been blamed by the U.S. for attacks on tankers since May in the world's key shipping area. Tehran denies all the accusations. The development comes at a time when the United States slapped fresh sanctions against 12 individuals and entities linked to Iran's nuclear enrichment program. Based in Iran, Belgium and China, these entities and individuals are linked to the nuclear proliferation sensitive activities of the Iran Centrifuge Technology Company. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has said, in addition to a freeze of any of their assets within the United States, the sanctioned persons and entities will be denied access to the country's financial systems and listed online as weapons of mass destruction proliferators. Meanwhile, Iran President Hassan Rouhani has urged Europe to speed up efforts to salvage the 2015 nuclear deal. Speaking during a phone call with French President Emmanuel Macron, the Iranian president said that Europe must accelerate its efforts to realize Iran's legitimate interests and bring about a ceasefire in Washington's economic war against Iran. He added that Iran is determined to keep open all options for preserving the landmark deal. Rouhani also warned Macron that missed opportunities would force Iran to drop further commitments under the deal. Argentina, meanwhile, designated Lebanon's Hezbollah movement as a terrorist organization and have frozen all its assets. It accuses the Shia Islamic group of being behind 2 attacks on its soil. The announcement was made on the 25th anniversary of the bombing of the Amia Jewish Cultural Center in Buenos Aires in 1994, in which 85 people died. Argentina also blames Hezbollah for an attack on the Israeli embassy in Buenos Aires in 92 that killed 29 people. Hezbollah is also designated by the US, the United Kingdom, Israel and several Gulf Arab states, but Argentina is the first country in Latin America to do so. There was no immediate comment from Hezbollah on the move. The World Food Programme has reached an agreement in principle with Yemen's Houthi rebels to resume food aid to areas they control. Malnutrition is widespread in Yemen after 4 years of civil war, but the UN suspended deliveries of food aid to rebel-held areas of the country last month following accusations of diversion of food. World Food Programme chief told the UN Security Council that the new agreement with the Houthis will allow food to be quickly delivered to the rebel-held capital Sana'a, though the two sides haven't formally inked the deal yet. Well, Boeing is taking a $4.9 billion hit to cover the costs of the grounding of its 737 MAX aircraft after 2 deadly crashes. The charge is set to wipe out profits when the world's biggest plane maker posts quarterly results next week. In a statement, Boeing also said its best estimate at this time is that 737 MAX will return to service in the last 3 months of this year. A crash in Indonesia in October, followed by another in Ethiopia in March, killed 346 people in total. Boeing is facing one of its worst crises in its history after the best-selling aircraft 737 MAX was grounded worldwide after the disasters. Well, after a look at all the international stories, it's now time to welcome my colleague Ajay Mishra on board to get us the latest in the world of finance. Thanks very much, Anil. Welcome all to Finance. Let's start with our top story. The Market Regulator Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, has proposed stricter norms to strengthen the audit process and curb abrupt resignation of the auditors in publicly traded companies. The role of the audit committee and disclosures to investors must be strengthened to ensure the statutory auditors act more responsibly and resign only on the genuine grounds without hurting the investor sentiment, SEBI has proposed in a consultation paper on Thursday. The market watchdog also proposed that the auditors of a listed company or its material unlisted unit must finalize the audit report of the listed firm for the corresponding fiscal year before resigning, especially if the auditor has already signed the audit report of all the 3 preceding quarters. With respect to the auditors of a material unlisted subsidiary of a listed entity, the auditor has to issue the limited review or audit report for the fiscal or quarter before such resignation, SEBI has proposed. The super rich tax is here to stay for the large section of foreign portfolio investors, that is FPIs, with Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ignoring their pleas while proposing further tax relief for the startups and non-bank lenders. In the amendment to the finance bill proposed in the Parliament and passed by Lok Sabha on Thursday, Sitharaman added more safeguards against tax evasion. The bill retained the provision to raise surcharge on the income tax on wealthy individuals, despite FPIs organized as a trust claiming that they are assessed as individuals and therefore will be hit by the move. The finance bill amendment sought to give relief to startups in terms of carrying forward their losses. In a relief for the non-banking financial organization facing liquidity crisis, the bill proposed that such lenders receiving interest from bad or doubtful loans would be taxed only on the receipt of the income. Finance Minister told Lok Sabha that to promote Make in India, 7 amendments have been made in the finance bill. The resolution professional overseeing the insolvency process of Jet Airways had received claim of almost 25,000 crore rupees, but has admitted just about a third of it. Interestingly, claims submitted by Jet Air, which is a privately held company of a founder Naresh Goyal, has been rejected. The company, which is general sales agent of Jet Airways, had submitted a claim of 229 crores. The lender has taken the company to insolvency court after the bidding process failed to finalize a suitor. While Etihad Airways and the Hindutva Group were in the talks, their conditions were not met. The airline owes almost 8,000 crore to the banks, and its total liabilities are estimated to be about 25,000 crores. And now the updates on the stock market. The BS took charge at Dalal Street on Thursday as fresh trade war concern and mixed April-June quarter earnings eroded the investors' confidence. Heavy selling was witnessed across the world, with stocks of public sector banks, automobiles and metals slipping the most. The benchmark S&P BNC Sensex closed 318 points or 0.81% lower at 38,897, while S-Bank, Tata Motors, ONGC and Maruti being the top laggards. In an otherwise weak market, only SDFC Bank and ITC remained the top gainers. The broader Nifty 52 ended at 11,597, down 91 points or 0.78%. In the broader market, S&P BSE Mid Cap closed 179 points or 1.23% lower at 14,364, while the BSE Small Cap lost 115 points or 1.15% to settle at 13,558. Well, that's all in the finance world. Thanks for watching. Well, thank you, Ajay, for those inputs, and let's now move to updates from the world of sports, where the Zimbabwe Cricket Association has been suspended with immediate effect. As a consequence of suspension, ICC funding to Zimbabwe Cricket will be frozen, and representatives from Zimbabwe will not be allowed to participate in any ICC events. The ICC has further directed that the elected Zimbabwe Cricket Board be reinstated to office within 3 months, and progress in this respect will be considered again at the October board meeting. The ICC board also heard from both the Sports and Recreation Committee representatives of the Zimbabwe government and the Zimbabwe Cricket before making their decision. The selection committee meeting, that's the BCCI meeting to pick the Indian squad for the West Indies tour, has been postponed following the Committee of Administrators' directive that the chairman of the panel instead of secretary will convene it. This meeting was scheduled for Friday, but the change in rule as per the new constitution of BCCI requires requisite changes in the legal paperwork. The meeting now is likely to be held on Saturday or on Sunday. In shooting, extending India's domination at the ISSF Junior World Cup, Sarbjot Singh shot a 239.6 to bag the men's 10 meters air pistol gold. This is India's 9th gold medal at the event in Germany. Sarbjot's effort meant that India swept both the men's and the women's 10 meters air pistol crowns, with 14-year-old Isha Singh winning the women's event on Wednesday evening. After 6 days of top-class shooting and with 1 more day to go, India remained very much in the driver's seat at the top of the medal standings with 9 gold, 4 silver and 4 bronze with a total of 22 medals. China, who are giving India a stiff fight, are lying second with 7 gold, 7 silver and 6 bronze for a total of 20 medals. Well, after sports, it's now time to take a look at the national dailies on what do they have for us. Our first look is at the Economic Times and a story there in the bottom about a key close watch on TikTok, that social app, and the PMO telling the IT ministry after many complaints have been there. At PMO's behest, the Ministry of Electronics and IT has sought responses from TikTok, questions of safety, privacy of data, removal of objectionable content. The response that has come from the TikTok end is TikTok's parent, that's ByteDance, says it complies with all local laws and the data of Indian users are stored in Singapore and United States. ByteDance claims that TikTok doesn't operate in China and the Chinese government has no access to India's user data. So that's a big development there coming from TikTok's end. Also, a second look is from the paper Indian Express, and on the page of Government and Politics, the Election Commission now asking TMC, NCP and CPI why they should not lose their national party status. You know, how does a party, the NCP led by Sharad Pawar, Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress and the Communist Party of India have been asked to respond by August 5th. According to the criteria set by the poll panel, a national party needs to at least get 6% votes each from a minimum of 4 states or get 2% of the total seats in Lok Sabha from at least 3 states for it to be recognized as a state party in at least 4 states. So that's clearly not happening, and the parties, the TMC, NCP and CP, are having time till 5th of August to reply back. You know, a big problem with floods there in Assam and Bihar. There is cattle smuggling that's taking place and it set off alarm bells. Hundreds of cattle have illegally been sent from India to Bangladesh within a couple of days, according to the officials of the border security forces, who say smugglers are tying the animals to a rudimentary raft and using a flooded river that runs between the two countries to send them across the border, a method not seen before. Tens of thousands of cattle have been estimated to be smuggled to Bangladesh through that porous 216-kilometer long India-Bangladesh border in West Bengal. A look at our next paper, that's the Hindu, where Wayanad's tribal hamlets are one step away from 100% literacy. That's something positive. After making 2 successful forays into the tribal hamlets of Wayanad, Kerala State Literacy Mission, that's the SLM, is all set to earn the 100% literate badge from the outlier state, which has the highest tribal population among all districts in Kerala. Tribal pockets are among a handful of areas where full literacy remains elusive in the state. Our final look is at the statement and the front page story about a tiger visiting a home there, any port in a storm. That's a very interesting visual that's been released by the wildlife in a handout photo that was released by the Wildlife Trust of India on Thursday. A tiger from that Kaziranga National Park is seen taking shelter in a shop following heavy monsoon. So the tiger enjoying a bread and breakfast in an Assam home as raging waters flood the Kaziranga. Well, after a look at the national dailies, it's time now to take a jog down memory lane and take a look at all that's happened on 19th of July in history.
On this day in 1857, Mangal Pandey was born. He was known for playing a key role in events immediately preceding the outbreak of the First War of Indian Independence. On this day in 1969, Government of India nationalized 14 major commercial banks by presidential ordinance. On this day in 1974, Shahid Udham Singh's coffin was brought back to India from London in a special aircraft. His last rites were performed at Sunam, Punjab on the 31st of July 1974, exactly 34 years after his hanging.
Well, the Narendra Modi government has been pressing on the issue of modernization of the railways from the beginning. The semi-high-speed train Vande Bharat, made under the Make in India, is a great representation of this intent. Next on the line is the bullet train, expected to run on the Indian tracks by 2023. Here's a report on the status of this project, which has been implemented with the help from Japan.
The work on the first high-speed train project that will run from Ahmedabad to Mumbai is well on track. The bullet train project is progressing at a breakneck pace. About 40% of land required has already been acquired, and December 2019 is the target for acquiring the remaining land for the project.
टोटल सब मिला करके प्राइवेट प्लॉट गवर्नमेंट प्लॉट, रेलवे प्लॉट सब मिला करके करीब 1380 हेक्टेयर ज़मीन हमें चाहिए। उसमें से लगभग 550 हेक्टेयर ज़मीन हम लोग ले चुके हैं।
Having elevated corridors, tunnels and a host of other technological challenges, this project is all set to bestow unique identity to the Indian Railways.
3 पैकेज चैलेंजिंग हैं इसमें। एक पैकेज टनल, वो काफ़ी बड़ा चैलेंज है। 21 किलोमीटर लंबी टनल है, फ्लेमिंगो सेंचुरी के नीचे से जा रही है, अंडर सी पोर्शन है करीब 7 किलोमीटर का। दूसरा चैलेंज है बड़ौदा और अहमदाबाद साबरमती में काम करना, क्योंकि वहाँ हम रनिंग रेलवे के ऊपर काम करेंगे। तीसरा चैलेंज अहमदाबाद साबरमती एरिया में, वहाँ पे हम एग्जिस्टिंग ट्रैक के बहुत क्लोज काम कर रहे हैं।
The work allocation for this ambitious project has already begun.
जो हमारा लीनियर प्रोजेक्ट है 508 किलोमीटर का, इसके लिए अब तक हम 2 बड़े टेंडर इनवाइट कर चुके हैं। एक तो हमारा 237 किलोमीटर का वायाडक्ट का टेंडर है, जो कि वापी से बड़ौदा तक के बीच में है। एक और टेंडर अंडर सी टनल, जो काफ़ी यूनिक इसका फीचर है, उसका भी टेंडर हम इनवाइट कर चुके हैं।
Moreover, the 320 km per hour bullet train will also have many new innovative features.
कुछ यूनिक फीचर इसके जो हैं, एक तो आप जब ये ट्रेन में बैठेंगे तो ये बिल्कुल अंदर से प्रेशराइज्ड रहती है। दूसरी इसकी एक बहुत बड़ी खूबी है कि इसमें वाइब्रेशन कंट्रोल सेंसर्स लगे हुए हैं, प्लस जो अंदर का एक फील है टॉयलेट्स का, हैंडीकैप्ड के लिए, जो हमारे डिफरेंटली एबल्ड साथी लोग हैं, उनके लिए इसमें बिल्कुल अलग प्रबंध है।
Initially, this high-speed train will be imported from Japan, but subsequently will be made in India. The project will not only be helpful in generating employment, but will also be a milestone for the new India. Bureau Report, DD News.
Well, the 10th Jagran Film Festival began on Thursday in New Delhi. The film festival is an initiative towards creating a culture of cinema appreciation and an attempt to create a platform that connects content with audiences.
Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar inaugurated Jagran Film Festival on Thursday at City Fort Auditorium in Delhi. While highlighting the importance of films in our society, he said, films allow us to connect with each other.
सिनेमा हमारे जिंदगी का हिस्सा है, उसने हमें बहुत कुछ दिया है और लोगों को जोड़ा है, तोड़ा नहीं है। ये जनता का माध्यम है और जनता का ही बन के रहेगा, इस पर कोई आज हम आने नहीं देंगे।
Prakash Javadekar said that the centre has introduced a single window system to hasten the process of clearance for filmmaking.
विदेशी फिल्में भी यहाँ आकर अच्छा शूटिंग करें, शूटिंग के लिए वन परमिशन इन 1 वीक ये मिलेगा और उसके आगे आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना पड़ेगा। ये हम करेंगे और भारतीय फिल्मों को भी यही सब मिलेगा, सुविधाएं।
During the inauguration ceremony, Javadekar invited everyone to the 50th International Film Festival of India in Goa scheduled for November.
गोवा में जो नवंबर में होगा इंडियन इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल, उसकी पहली स्टीयरिंग कमेटी की मीटिंग की और वहां के मुख्यमंत्री और हमने जाके सारे वेन्यूज भी देखे। मैं आपको आमंत्रण देता हूं कि आप भी सभी गोवा में जरूर आइए, क्योंकि आपको एक डिफरेंट फिल्म फेस्टिवल देखने को मिलेगा।
Actor Anil Kapoor, filmmaker Farah Khan, producer Shobhu Yaralgada and Ketan Mehta were also present at the event. The festival will also screen memorable films of Anil Kapoor.
Thank you so much, Jagran Film Festival, for showing my films. I don't know if I deserve it, but that's my job. I'll keep on doing films and just pray to God that I do more films in the future.
The opening film at the festival is Aparna Sen's Ghore Bere Aaj under Panorama category. Jyotika Grover, DD News, Delhi.
Well, after a look at that film festival, it's time now to take a look at the weather in your city. Well, before we end the breakfast show, we leave you with a positive thought. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is. Enjoy these glimpses of a strange scenario occurring in a town in East China's province, where thousands of swallow birds rest on the power lines closely yet neatly like well-trained soldiers. Despite the hustle bustle on the ground, they just go to sleep quietly. Take a look. Have a safe and wonderful weekend ahead, filled with good thoughts and good memories. Bye-bye.